Hello guys and welcome to Wolf Nation. My name is Mo and today I'm going to watch RWBY. I'm going to be checking out the World of Remnant for Volume 4. You guys said to check that out before I actually jump into the volume itself. So I believe there's there's 5. So there's the character short, and then we have Vale, Mistral, Vacuo, and Atlas. So I'll check out those first and then I'll check out the character short. So I guess we're going to start off with Vale. So let's see what it's about. Here we go.
Well, school's definitely out, but let's see if we can't all learn a little something. Welcome to the world of Remnant. Not the best place to live, but depending on where you're staying, it can get a little easier.
That's Crow, right?
You've got towns and villages that pop up as fast as they fall. The faunas have menagerie, but the sweet spots are Vale, Mistral, Atlas, and Vacuo.
Okay, so the faunas are mainly in
the modern
menagerie.
era, and each one's special in its own little way. Let's talk about Vale. In the grand scheme of things, Vale's pretty well guarded. It rests on the northeastern end of the world's largest continent, Suns. Like most successful kingdoms, Vale's survival over the years can mostly be attributed to prime real estate. Its front is protected by steep mountains, and its back is against waters too shallow for any real threat to pop out of.
Okay.
Not to say I haven't heard some crazy fish stories. Aside from the main city, which the kingdom's named after,
Grim-like sea creatures.
Vale territory also extends to several neighboring cities farther along the northwest coastline, as well as a small island named Patch. Nice place to raise a family, if you're into that sort of thing. Of course, all attempts to extend the kingdom's reach past the mountains and farther into the mainland have been colossal failures. But, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, Vale ain't half bad. Regular climate, natural barriers, and some serious border defenses means the citizens of Vale can spend less time worrying about survival and more time just living their lives. Of course, with the fall of Beacon, everyone's a little more worried these days.
Yeah.
And they should be.
They should be. Okay, so that was Vale. I guess not much to dissect in that one. Pretty much just we learned a little bit more about the geography of Vale and how it's protected from pretty much both sides, mountains on one side and the sea on the other. That's why it's like you said, prime real estate. But like he said, you know, there's obviously the fall of Beacon, so I wonder what's gonna happen now there. But I guess not much else to say about this one. He also mentioned that the continent itself is called Sanus or Sanus. So let's just dive into the next one, and I believe the next is Mistral.
Right. Where were we?
Always drink.
East of Sanus is Remnant's second largest landmass, Nautical. That's where you'll find the kingdom of Mistral.
Okay.
Of the 4 kingdoms, Mistral has the most controlled territory, meaning you'll find a wider variety of ecosystems and lifestyles. Trust me, this place is something for everyone, for better or worse. The high society folks of Mistral are known worldwide for their contributions to fashion, architecture, theater, all the things that make the world pretty and tolerable. But its lower class has got a fame of its own. Mistral's home to the biggest black market on the planet. Need something that's hard to find? Got someone that's smart to kill? They can help, provided you've got to the end to pay for it. There's one common thread that links all these people together, though. And that's their respect for nature, particularly the sea and the sky. Natural resources and geography of the area impacted Mistral's culture and technology in a big way. Its first settlers found shelter high up in the wind-carved cliffs, and as their population grew, so did their ability to utilize
So they're like...
Of course, the bigger the kingdom, the harder it is to govern. There's a reason traders and thieves flock to Mistral. The main city's right under the council's eye, sure, but places like Windpath and Kuchinashi start to get a little farther out of sight. There's plenty of places to hide in Mistral.
Interesting.
That's why you gotta know where to look.
Okay guys, so that was the World of Remnant for Mistral. So Mistral is the second largest and is actually, I think he said, the most populated. Yeah, I think he said that, but obviously since it's the most populated, it's the hardest to govern. And if you... He pretty much said that it's like... I guess Atlas would be the leaders in technology, and Mistral is like the leaders in, he said, what he said, fashion, architect, theater. So that's interesting. Also, he said if you want someone killed, you want to find something, there's a black market there, and you can find anything if you have lean or money. So but like he also said that it's harder to govern because of the size and the amount of people, and he said that there's certain areas, I don't know if we'll call it villages, like Windpath, and I'm not gonna even try to say the second one, but anyways, it looks like he's saying that those are more or less, or I think it would find a way to explain it. I guess he's saying that it's not under the government control, so I'm wondering if those areas are like, has a high concentration of criminals. So yeah, pretty interesting, and it'll definitely be an interesting place to check out eventually. So let's dive into the next one. I guess the next one would be Atlas. Here we go.
I suppose it's time we talked about the fine people at the top of the world. Atlas is Remnant's youngest and arguably most successful kingdom.
Isn't it a defunct
special case.
kingdom?
See, before the Great War, there was no Atlas. It was Mantle.
Yeah.
At some point in time, a group of settlers were crazy enough to venture out into the northernmost continent of Solitas. I guess when you're that desperate, a frozen hunk of rock doesn't seem like such a bad place to call home. As a matter of fact, the harsh weather conditions proved to be just as useful as the mountain ranges when it came to keeping the creatures from Remnant at bay. It also kept the people of Mantle from flourishing. Humanity's got a neat trick up its sleeve, though. Whenever we're faced with a problem, our inclination is to find a solution. The cold climate of Solitas forced its settlers to adapt. They developed a more advanced technology, and they did it faster than the rest.
They found a bunch of dust?
Because they had to survive. But it was the Great War that really kicked things off.
They started building weapons.
New forms of dust application and weaponry allowed Mantle to expand.
Okay.
More and more territory was set aside for dust mining and research. The territory beside the kingdom's combat school, Alchemist, was the most opportune area to construct a new R&D facility. But by the time things were all said and done, it would be much, much more. Alcestis was reopened as Atlas after the Great War to house many of the warriors now seeking guidance. In an effort to give back to the citizens, Mantle applied all sorts of new dust techniques and technologies it had used in the war to beef up the Academy's campus. The school grounds expanded faster than they could have imagined. It even helped to better secure the surrounding areas. It wasn't long before the kingdom's military moved in. Then the labs and research facilities, and eventually even residential areas started popping up. In time, it became apparent that the city of Mantle was living in Atlas' shadow. So the decision was made to move the kingdom's capital. Mantle was old news, and the kingdom of Atlas was born.
Got it.
A golden age of prosperity.
So that's why it's not called Mantle anymore.
Those left behind in Mantle would probably tell you that it was the coldest winter they ever knew.
Okay guys, that was Word of Remnant for Atlas. So yeah, before the Great before the Great War, there wasn't even a place called Atlas. It was called Mantle. But a bunch of people ventured out there to Solitos, looking for a new place, but with the harsh environment, obviously the snow, the cold. It was a good place for keeping out the Grim, but not for, you know, growing crops and stuff like that, obviously. But they were digging and stuff like that, and they eventually found dust mines, which was pretty cool. And obviously that's how all of this started, or how the new kingdom came about. So after mining the dusts, and they were able to pretty much use it in building weapons and stuff like that. Eventually, after the Great War, they built the school. Shit, I can't remember the name of the school. I don't even think I wrote it down. Anyways, the school, it grew and grew and grew, and then eventually there was no Mantle, it was just Atlas, and obviously they're on the top in the game of weapon and military and stuff like that. So yeah, he said it's the most successful kingdom, or arguably the most successful kingdom. So, and I believe that's, well, it is where Ironwood is from. So I wonder if he just, I guess he rules the whole Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I don't know. He's in charge of a school. I think the school and the military are the same, but he's called General Ironwood, so maybe there's someone above him. Anyways, let's dive into the next one and the last one before the character short, and I believe this one is Vacuo. So let's check it out.
Now, if there's one kingdom that's had it harder than the people of Mantle, it's Vacuo, the last of the four great kingdoms. The western end of Sanus is a barren and desolate wasteland. Long ago, before man went and ruined everything, it was a paradise. In the center of the vast desert was an oasis unlike anything you'd ever seen. A jungle bursting with natural resources, geographical defenses, and the world's largest recorded deposit of dust.
Even more than Atlas.
Survived the journey across the scorching sands, settled down in this little hidden gem, and over time the kingdom of Vacuo thrived. Unfortunately, comfort breeds weakness. While the rest of Remnant had to learn and adapt in order to survive, Vacuo's ancient society kicked back and lived a life of complacency. But when other, more developed kingdoms set their eyes on everything Vacuo had to offer,
usually happens.
Citizens couldn't do anything to stop them from taking it. Years of human conflict, unrestricted mining, and ecological disasters have changed Vacuo. A paradise that was once there was practically indistinguishable from the surrounding deserts. Citizens live in makeshift homes, uprooting and traveling frequently in response to the fleeting resources and occasional attacks from the creatures of Grim. After the Great War, a formal government was finally established. By that point, the folks living in Vacuo didn't much care to uphold its laws, making Shade Academy the only real source of order in the kingdom. Order isn't everything. Vacuo may not be as prim and proper as the other three kingdoms, but it's still standing. The people there have a mutual respect for one another. See, there's really only one unspoken rule in Vacuo. If you can survive here, then you're welcome here.
Okay.
So there you have it. Vale, Mistral, Atlas, and Vacuo. You know, Oz would always say that the four kingdoms were a representation of what mankind is capable of when working together. Ever the optimist. We sure could use him now.
Okay, guys, so that was the word of Remnant for Vacuo. So Vacuo is in towards the west, and it's pretty much like a desert, but has an oasis, and it has the highest concentration, or had the highest concentration of dust. So that's why they grew complacent. Also with the environment helping them or protecting them against the Grim, they got complacent, and then foreign forces invaded pretty much and started mining and taking their dust. So right now, I guess you would say Vacuo is the least civilized out of the four kingdoms. So at least in terms of structure and military and stuff like that. But like he said, if you can survive there, then, well, he said if you survive there, then you're welcome. And if you can survive there, then you can pretty much survive anywhere. I'm wondering how the people are over there, if they're more welcoming and stuff like that. And it would be cool to see their academy. I believe he said it was called the Shade. Not the Shade, but Shade. So yeah, those are the four kingdoms. Pretty interesting. I hope that eventually we get to see all of them, all of the academies and the different people, different cultures and stuff like that. I guess there's nothing left but to dive into the character short. So you guys said this is more like a trailer, so let's see what it's all about. Here we go. RWBY, what are you up to? So is this before she left with Nora and John and Ren, or after? And where exactly is she? Like, grim attacks are everywhere. The animation looks different, better. That's cool. It's like, I don't need you anymore. She grew? Yeah, I'm digging the new animation. Even Grims look creepier. Yeah. She has a new outfit too. I'm digging. Got this. Ooh, how was that? Shit. I didn't know Grim was smart enough to do that. Yeah, I like our new outfit. Ooh. Damn. It's like a, it's like an ape from gorilla. Damn. Come on, RWBY. He's strong. I'm not sure if he's that fast. Definitely not as fast as you. Damn. It's ruthless. Use that speed of yours. those statues that I'm seeing everywhere? Oh, not everywhere. Right there. Here comes her theme song. Shit's about to go down. Where are you? Oh. Get him. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That was a new move. Finish him. Hell yeah.
RWBY, we saw smoke. Heading your way.
Don't start without us.
Okay, so
You
this
better
is
hurry.
after they left together. Weiss. Blake. Yang. How long has passed? I would have expected her to get some sort of metal arm or mechanical arm or something. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So that was the character short for Volume 4. Pretty interesting. Definitely digging the new animation and the new design. Looks way better. Even though I enjoyed the first 3 volumes, but this one's like next level. So, and I'm digging her new outfit. So everything's looking good so far. So this is after they left together, her, Nora, Ren, and John. So I'm wondering if they're at Haven right now, or they're just on their way and they're passing by towns and villages, and if they see, you know, Grimms, they're attacking them and trying to, you know, take them down. But yeah, I'm definitely hyped for Volume 4. We saw Weiss. She's still obviously with her father, hoping somehow she can rejoin with RWBY. And we also saw Blake, which I'm hoping she's going to return eventually, but I'm not sure what exactly she's doing. Did she just run away, or she's planning to do something? And Yang, damn. Obviously she's still depressed, and I was hoping that they were gonna, with all the advanced technology that they do have and building Penny and stuff like that, they were able to get her a new arm, or build her a new arm rather, but who knows. But yeah, definitely excited for Volume 4. As always guys, leave me in the comments, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Till next time guys, take it easy.